And we're still coming to you live inside the Philoil Ecoil Center in San Juan City. 10-10 mga kapuso, October 10, 2023. Happy Tuesday po sa lahat ng nakatutok at nanonood. Kung nandito man kayo sa loob, marami pong salamat. Kung balak nyo naman pumunta, may oras pa po sa lahat ng nanonood din. Live on GTV, we're greeting everybody. Good afternoon. And to those watching on Facebook, on YouTube, just please like and follow our page, NCAA Philippines. And to everybody na nanonood all around the world, mga kapuso natin na namimiss ng Pilipinas, huwag kayong mag-alala. Nandito po kami ni JV Mocon at ang NCAA Season 99 para sa mga mahilig sa basketball, nanonood sa GMAnetwork.com, sa GMA Pinoy TV, GMA News TV International. Marami pong salamat. Earlier today, the GRU Heavy Bombers suffering their second defeat in 6 games. They dropped to 4-2, and they lose at the hands of the San Sebastian College Recoletos Golden Stags, who get win number 2 in 5 games. They go up to 2-3. Final score 72-59. Best player of that game was the little man, Paeng Are. And you know how much I'm a big fan of the little guys. 9 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 6 steals. Big game for Paeng Are. Up ahead, it will be one team that came off a big win last Saturday, the other not so. The Benilde Blazers, last year's runners-up. That man right there scoring a career-high 29 points, Mix Oxon, against Jello Razon, who's been balling out this season. Magandang bakbakan sa pagitan ng Benilde Blazers at ng Perpetual Altas live para sa inyong NCAA Season 99 on GTV. Magandang hapon po muli. Andre Felix on the call with me is Papa JV Mocon.
Parang ako Papa Bear din, ha? No?
Hindi, si Papa Bear, parang father figure.
Okay.
Ikaw, parang Korean ng dating. Ba't ka na naman ng hairstyle? Bati ka muna.
Kasi 10-10 ngayon, favorite number ko yan, Dre. Lalo na maraming sale ngayon. So, magandang hapon sa lahat ng NCAA fans na nanonood internationally din, no? So, lahat makapanood ng magandang laban today, CSB versus itong Altas natin.
Akala ko kasama ko, taga BTS eh. Tingnan mo yung buhok ko. Parang
Opa.
Opa. And we will also be joined by 2 more members of our team. And we will be seeing them in just a bit. We have Lexi Gonzalez. There they are. Aba. Project. May dance moves, James.
May gano.
Lexi Gonzalez will be doing courtside duties for the Benilde Blazers. Samantala, si Diana Igual naman will do the reporting duties para sa Perpetual Altas. James, let's take a look at the updated team standings. Nabanggit ko nga, GRU just suffering their second loss this season. So they dropped to number 3, 4-2. San Sebastian goes up, overtakes Perpetual. They get 2 wins and 3 losses. That's what Perpetual wants as well. Maitabla para magtabla din sila ng San Sebastian. At kung matalo naman ng Benilde, bababa. But if you're Coach Charles Tew and last year's runners-up, itong Benilde Blazers, gusto mo makipagsabayan with the likes of the EAC Generals, the San Beda Red Lions, the Jerry Heavy Bombers, at umangat. Kano kabigat itong bakbakan natin between Benilde and Perpetual today?
Siyempre, mabigat yan, Dre. Lalo na itong CSB came off from a big win last time. And siyempre, we're not, as a former NCAA player, then we're not looking as this early in this season. We're not looking at itong rankings natin kasi we want yung momentum going today, how we play the game, and the right time to peak. So itong 2-3, they're still finding itong gears na itong CSB kasi sobrang daming adjustments, lalo na sa point guard position.
Correct.
And Will Gossum also playing the wing. So from Perpetual na naman, they really need to find other guys to produce. Di lang to si Cyrus, si Jello's also producing now. So they need a lot of people to step up more for them to win.
You know, you stress a good point there, talking about the Benilde Blazers. They really are missing the presence of JC Collier and Jimboy Pastoran. With all due respect to those playing the point guard position now for Coach Charles in Season 99, namely their starting point guard in Prince Carlos. You have team captain Robbie Naivid there as well. But let's talk about this dominant win last Saturday, and I got to cover this game. They look like the Benilde Blazers of last season, because they just dismantled itong San Sebastian after trailing by 3 at the end of the first quarter, and nagtuloy-tuloy na. And also huge thanks to the guy that we will be talking about in just a bit. Last season, he was the masked man, and ngayon, nag-career high nga si Mix Oxon. But talk about that game last Saturday kung saan pinakita ng Benilde na ganito kami kung gusto namin maging dominant.
Alam mo, Dre, when you look at the final score, 87-72, pero you wouldn't justify kung paano nahirapan etong CSB from first to third quarter kasi kita nga dito si Miguel Ocso was carrying all the offensive load para dito sa CSB. Pero on that fourth quarter, dun sila lumayo kasi very resilient. Etong San Sebastian, di talaga nagpapatalo with the help of Robin Ibe. Dun sila lumayo. As we can see here, Mamba mentality from Miguel Ocson. 29 points, 7 out of 11 3-point field goals, 2 rebounds, 28 minutes. Medyo binalance pa, pinahinga pa nga yan ni Coach Charles eh. So nakita natin dito yung kung paano, ano kaya niyang gawin on the court, di lang 3 points, on the way he spreads the court, spreads the floor para dito kay Miguel Ocson for CSB.
That career high of Ocson pushes his numbers up to 16.4, just number 3 now in the scoring department in the league. Also number 3 in field goals made. And kasama na rin siya sa 3-point field goal percentage at number 5. Mix Ocson is also number 2 sa 3-point field goals made this season because of that outburst na 29 points. Samantala, let's talk about the other team that they will be facing. The Perpetual Altas also went into action last Saturday but lost to the JRU Heavy Bombers. And if we talk about the Perpetual Altas, they were considered one of the, and I think they still are, one of the dark horse teams, one of the teams that can make it all the way to the Final Four. But talk about their struggles, specifically, JV, nung larong yun, kung saan natalo nga sila sa JRU by 6, but yung kanilang average margin of losing games is close to 6 points. Mga ganyan din. So pagdating sa dikitan, dun sila talagang namumroblema itong Perpetual Altas.
Actually, start of this game, talagang itong Perpetual dug a hole for themselves na nahirapan sila. Actually, nakarecover pa sila, gitgitan yung laro, pero at the end game, eto na lumabas yung experience sila, JL De Los Santos, itong JRU players, AJ Miranda stepping up on the plate. Pero we can see here si Jello Razon, Marcos Litura, and Art Roque, sila yung firepower, etong core na etong Altas. As we can see here, leadership role para dito kay Jello Razon. He's been here for a long time na sa NCAA and he knows what to do. Pero we just need to really maneuver the ship para dito sa Perpetual.
I think you're right. Kailangan talaga, he just has to be more assertive, assert himself.
Yes.
Also, try to get his teammates involved. He had 2 assists in their last game, 5 rebounds. He shot 3 of 8 from 3-point range, 14 points. We know what Jello can do. He is playing his final season in the NCAA. He's the team captain of this team. He's really that soul, that leader, and he wants to lead this team. Sabi nga kanina kung gaano kalayo dadalhin ni Jello, ganun kalayo itong aabutin ng Perpetual.
Tama.
Pero hindi lang naman pwede si Jello yan. Alam mo naman yan, JB. Kahit na naglalaro ka naman sa beta, kahit alam natin walang makabantay sa muscles mo, hindi mo kayang mag-isa yan. Basketball is a team sport.
Team sports, exactly. Oh.
Ganun ba dati? No? Mamaya, kabisama pa natin. May mga tanong pa ako sa'yo. But let's find out on the starting. It's great to be working with JB Mocon once again. First time this season. Let's listen out to our Coliseum announcer and find out the starting units for both Coach Mike Sagigit and Charles Tew for Perpetual and Benilde, respectively.
At guard number 86, Marcus Ditura. Center number 23, Mark Omega. Power forward number 14, John Abis. At forward number 0, June Roque. Starting at guard number 9, Jello Razon. Their head coach is Mike Sagigit. Referees for this ball game are Anthony Sulit, FIBA International Referee, Glenn Cornelio, FIBA International Referee, and Roldan Johnson, National Referee. Fourth man is J.R. Torres, National Referee. And overseeing this game is the NCAA Commissioner, Mr. Tonichi Bohata.
Let's take a look at the starting unit. So some changes again mula kay Coach Charles Tew. He just has been changing his starting lineups the past games and giving confidence. Kasi last game, naalala ko si Harke was the one who started, was Zenrik Harke. But now I think he went to the lineup that he also went with a few games ago. It's Prince Carlos at the point, Will Gozum at the power forward spot. Then you have Paul Turco at the center. And of course, the sharpshooting hot man, there he is, Mix Ocson. at the guard spot. Para naman sa Perpetual, Mike Sagigit goes with the usual.
Nice
Cyrus
pass.
Nitura, Jelly Razon, Roque, Abyss, and Omega. And ganun kabilis, umatake kagad ang Benilde. I think still feeling confident from last Saturday's game, JB.
Yes, tama ka, Dre. Pero we can see here, itong magiging malaking factor pa rin si Miguel Octon. Not only in his scoring, pero yung may spread niya yung court eh. So malilibre dito sila Will Gozum. Ito na yung time nila to produce, to score for them, to give them confidence pa to help Miguel Octon in carrying the load.
Well, Turco, who's a 6'6" rookie, also played with the was also sa other side ng TAF, sa Green Archers, was part of that program. Sabi ni Coach Charles Hughes, one of the 4 rookies in the Benilde. That was a miscue on the pass. Now here's Perpetual. Abyss goes inside, but a double right away. They tried to kick it out. Ball back. Dito sa Altas, tumatakbo. Carlos sees an opening. Carlos up and in.
Good start here by the CSP pushing the ball. And great defense there sa poste ni Nitura, doubling him upon him getting the ball. Good drive there by Art Roque.
Art Roque with a drive. Well, check that. You know, I was looking at the starting unit. Itong starting unit ng Benilde is actually the same from last game. No changes mula dito kay Coach Charles too. It's still this 5. 8 minutes and 22 remaining. Samantala, ito namang Perpetual also the same unit. So dito na nagkakaalamanan. Siyempre may experimental phase pa rin naman yan, lalo na in the first round. Carlos open for 3. Gives it to Akive. Offensive board, ni Prince Carlos. He will reset the offense. They want to go down to the reigning MVP. Gozum, difficult fall away. It's good.
And that's his shot, Dre. Ito si Will Gozum. Posting up, being aggressive, yun talagang kailangan natin sa kanya para maging mag-relax itong mga point guard and yung mga teammates niya.
So far, so good for the Blazers. Up 4. Stepping out of bounds is Perpetual. Now let's head courtside and listen to Lexi Gonzalez with her first report. She got to speak to the reigning MVP, Will Gozum. Lexi?
After bouncing back from 2 losses and winning in their previous game against San Sebastian, nakausap ko ang last season's MVP na si Will Gozum at sabi niya, we don't want to be in a losing streak. So, after every game, we always watch yung lapses namin and we learn from it. Dagdag pa niya, last game, we had 24 assists. That's how we played last season and we hope na maging consistent kami doon. Importante nga talaga ang consistency ngayon, lalo na that we're getting further into the season. Ika nga, matira ang matibay, Andre and JB.
Tama nga naman yun, Lexi. Matira ang matibay. Thank you for that first quarter report. And you know, that big win, Will Gozum, they were all smiles, Coach Charles too, and they were also dedicating actually that game to a fallen teammate, na si CJ Flores, Chris Flores, who is officially out for the rest of the season. It's just unfortunate news because this is his final season, but because of that ACL, that knee injury, he has to be out. So siguro may kasamang motivation. Of course, they want Flores to be part of this on the floor. Meanwhile, a miscue. Carlos with that bounce pass intended for Turco goes out. Another turnover here for Benilde. That's one thing na gusto din ingatan ni Coach Charles Hughes. Yung turnovers nila.
Oo, Dre. Kasi medyo careless minsan eh. Kahit libre na nakikita yung kakampi nila, minsan binabato nila agad eh. Di nila na binabasa kung nasan yung help defense, kung nasan yung depensa mismo nung papasaan nila.
Down on the low block, and Omega gets fouled. Check that. That's Ferreras getting fouled. Just checked in. Or is that? Oh, it is Mark Omega. So Mark Omega will head to the line 4-2, getting the foul on Turco. And while Omega is at the line, we head back to courtside, this time on Perpetual side of things. And Diana Igual was able to speak to Coach Mike Sagigit before this game started. And we'll hear more from this report from Diana.
Andre and Jamie, the Perpetual Altas are back on the court and looking to steer back to its winning ways. after finally cracking the win column during their third game but falling short to make a back-to-back win against the koponan ng JRU. Coach Mike Sagigit said that they are not folding under pressure and will break out of the slump with the same enthusiasm na meron ng buong team during the start of the season. Ang tanong natin ngayon, kakayanin ba ng Altas to turn their setbacks to mount a comeback? Malalaman natin yan. Andre and JD, balik muna sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Diana. Meanwhile, that was a botched play. It was a good pass mula kay Turco to Marcos, but Marcos missing it, but he gets it back. Here's Marcos to Turco, but he gets fouled.
Pero tama ka, Dre. You were saying earlier na ito yung experimentation na time itong first round, especially for Coach Charles Chu, na ang dami mong masyadong weapons, ang dami mong pwedeng variations. Pwede kang Will Gozum on the 3. First game niya coming back, debut game ni Will Gozum, he started as a 3-man.
And they have a big lineup. Itong Benilde, they have a 6'4" guy in Felipe Marasigan. They have another 6'4" guy who started as Zenry Karkin, who can also pull up from the outside. Oxon lets it fly. That's a miss.
I think the biggest factor is what will work for them. Anong combination sa maganda that will work for them on the long run.
Correct. That pass kanina, Abis wasn't ready for it. Omega, a couple of fakes. Huli ni Paul Turco. Good timing. Nice drop pass to Roque.
Ooh, sayang.
But Art gets fouled and he will head to the line. And if it's on Turco, it will be Paul Turco's second personal foul. So Mike Mara about to check in. There's a timeout on the floor. Charles Stew calls for time. Our first deadlock at 6-all. Under 6 to play in the first. Tumutok lamang dito sa GTV. Our featured matchup for this game, it's Miggy Corteza and Cyrus Netura. As we take a look at the numbers, a little bit identical. Corteza has the upper hand and the points. We know how deadly offensive he is. Samantala, sa rebounding close to 7 boards. Samantala si Cyrus, he also gets his teammates more involved with 3 assists a game. Corteza had a quiet game against San Sebastian. He was actually a non-factor. He was 2 of 11, 18% from the field. Just 4 points in that game against against San Sebastian last Saturday. Samantala, si Netura naman was the leading scorer with 19 points. Shot 35%, also had 5 boards, 3 assists.
Actually, great to see Miggy Cortez. He didn't have a great game earlier. Last game nila. Pero he was the leading scorer with 17 points per game para dito sa CSP Blazers. So we hopefully we can see more from him producing on the offensive end, especially sa rebounding with only 4 rebounds per game.
May kontra ako dyan. Gusto mo kontrahin kita? Pagkatapos ng 29 points ni Oxon, tingin mo hindi na mauunahan ni Oxon si Corteza sa... Noong na 29 points siya, tumaas na yung average siya.
Ang laki. Pang dalawang game kasi
biglang
yung gano'n eh.
16.4 na siya per game. Pero tama naman. Before that game though, last Saturday, it was Miggy Corteza who's been really consistent with the numbers the past few games.
And still, Dre, sila pa rin naman tatlo eh.
Yun naman talaga yun. Corteza, Oxon, and Gozum. These 3. And you know what? As Netura now is at the line to shoot 2, he was fouled. Netura, what a season so far in 4 games, close to 12 points a game, close to 3 offensive boards a game, close to 7 boards total. We saw his averages earlier. Nakausap ko ng Sabado si last year's captain and point guard JC Cullar. And you know, he misses playing in the NCAA and also playing for Benilde, and he always keeps in constant communication now with Robbie, with Prince, and kasi sabi nga namin ni Papa Bear nung Sabado, I mean, with all due respect to the point guards now that Benilde has, pero yung iba yung 'di ba, yung kulyar, yung
Yeah.
yung mga ano kasi yung veteran,
Naturally.
yung may
Very
mga, alam mo yun,
naturally.
you played with a Robert Bolick, you
Oo.
played with point guards.
Basta na mer.
Basta Camer,
Yes.
na-control nila yung laro.
Oo.
You get
Oo.
what I'm saying? Na tipong, pag nagkakagulo, disorganized, here's Carlos though, thought about it, and then almost a turnover. Mara has it now, gives it to Carlos, lets it fly in the corner, gets fouled. He will head to the line for 3.
Pero going back to what you said, sabi nga ni Coach Charles, etong si Prince Carlos still
There's still time.
adjusting,
Yes,
di ba?
yes, yes.
10
Oo
to-
naman.
sabi nga niya, last season he only plays 10 to 15 minutes. Pero now, extending that
Correct.
to 30 minutes is
Yes.
a big load,
Correct.
big pressure then for him to perform.
And I think, as time goes by, Prince will get the hang of it. It's not easy, being the point guard, and you have guys just following your lead. You have the reigning MVP in Will Gozo.
Yeah. Oo,
you have
mahirap
Nick
yun, no? Oo,
Solson, you have
oo.
Nicky Corteza. But yun nga yung kinikwento ni JC Collier. Sabi niya, alam mo ba, Kuya Andre, last year, pinapagalitan ko yan. Sino Will? Will, hindi. Dito ka. Yun yung, kasi di
Yun
ba?
yung nawala, no? Yung malaking nawala talaga sa kanila.
At alam mo yun,
Oo,
even if you
oo.
have a point guard na, and you will listen to your point guard. Tama ba?
Not only point guard, parang a leader inside the court talaga eh.
Correct.
Na talagang magmamaniobra eh. Doon ka, parang pag kinukuha ni Oxon or ni Will Gozo yung bola, teka lang, set up natin yan.
Yes.
Tsaka muna sa baba. Pero I talk to Pulya din eh. Sabi niya, siya yung nagiging parang extension ng mga players to the coaching staff eh. Kasi kunyari, si Coach Charles, sinab ka, nag-aalit sa'yo. Tapos, di mo lang ba't nag-aalit sa'yo? May malalapitan ka kay Pulya ngayon.
Correct. Carlos hitting all those three free throws earlier. Good post
Good move.
Good spin move to the
Yeah.
baseline. Patrick Omega. Now giving Perpetual the 1-point lead. Corteza off to Kahukom. Lets it fly. That one a miss. The maroon shirts on the attack. Nice pass at the last second to Abis. Mula kay Netura. Pag tumatakbo na naman ang Perpetual, ang Benilde Blazers. But almost a turnover. The last touch go. It was a good transition defense by Mike Sagigit. And the Altas, ito yung good spin move. Up fake against 2 defenders. Goes to the other side for Patrick Omega. And then, Netura hesitating. And dishing out to
Actually,
Abis.
love itong laro ni Marcus Netura. Talagang rebounding guard who loves to attack and find his teammates din. Talagang siya yung nagiging core or nagiging main man talaga nitong Perpetual.
Oh, Roque all the way. And now, here come the Altas up by 5. The Blazers need to score on this possession. This is now Perpetual's biggest lead. Under 3 to play. Corteza. Guarded by Omega. Mara with 4 to shoot. Out to Corteza. Does he know the shot clock is winding down? That shot too late. Good defense by the Altas and the whole bench. You can see JV with a
Yeah.
standing ovation, giving credit to those 5 on the floor with that superb defense on the Blazers.
Oh, talagang good start itong Perpetual. At the same time, flat start again para dito sa CSB. And they can do that every time and then magpipick up sila on the second and the third quarter. Pero at the same time, on that possession, specifically si Miggy Corteza and Mara, silang dalawa na naglaro eh. Walang umikot na bola. Meaning, hindi nagtrabaho yung depensa. Pinadali nila yung buhay ng depensa.
Perpetual now on a 12-3 run in the last 4 minutes. Also forcing the Blazers to commit 5 turnovers, 2 more than the Altas. Pagaran is now in the game. They go down on the block again. Omega up and under move. Offensive board by Abis, and now the Altas scoring inside, up by 7, 16-9.
They're really controlling itong game natin to Perpetual. Offensive rebound, attacking the basket, posting up si Omega. Talagang gustong-gusto lang bigyan ito si Omega. Feeling nila mismatch yung defender niya eh.
Oh, but Marcos aggressive to the hole. tutungo sa free throw stripe for 2. Mike Sagigit talking to his, talking to the official saying, di naman yung galaw ni Omega. Sayang, miss nga lang, but there's Abyss.
Well, that miss, Dre opened up para dito kay Abyss kasi nag-help yung tao niya. So he had the opportunity to grab the board. So kita mo yung tenacity, yung start of this game para beat dito sa Altas.
And they have 2 very active offensive rebounders in Omega and in Abyss. Omega averaging 6 defensive boards a game, 4 offensive rebounds a game, total of 10.
Solid.
Abyss naman, meanwhile, close to 5 rebounds a game. So these two just really doing the dirty work inside. Mark Omega and John Abyss, pero a turnover. Pagaran losing a handle on the ball. Naivib. Kahukom has it. Now here's Sako, the lefty, for 3.
Ganda ng transition defense itong Perpetual. Talagang di naka-atake si Robbie Naivib. 4 players inside the paint defending ito si Robbie para walang layup.
Benilde now 0 out of 4 from 3-point range. Good tap, good steal by Sako, falling down on the floor, gives it to Corteza, puts it up. Kahukom! And the third try is good. And now it's Mike Sagigit's turn to talk things over with 2 minutes and 8 to go in the first. Perpetual, after leading as much as 7, find themselves still on the driver's seat, 16-12. Perpetual Altas earlier had a 14-4 run, 14-3 run, and then Benilde was able to cut things down. Now just down to 4. Ito ang pinakamalaking kalamangan kanina ng Perpetual Help, Mr. Francisco P. Gusi Jr., Sir Frank, longtime member of the management committee of the NCAA, representing Perpetual Help. He used to represent San Sebastian College for Coletas, but he's been around. He's been really one of the kumbaga, supporters ng NCAA and always in attendance. His team up by 4. Final 2 minutes here in the first period. And they go down low again to Omega, who gets fouled by Corteza. Corteza asking for a ward-off. He claims it was an offensive foul.
This is the same move, no, Dre? Ang ginagawa natin ni Omega. And I'm not sure kung defensive scheme ba ng CSP Blazers upon pag napasa sa post, sinisend nila baseline, binibigay sa outside. Pero on that defensive end, nahihirapan sila dito kay Omega eh.
Mark Denver Omega misses from the line, and Omega just a 75% free throw shooter. Mr. Lorenzo earlier you saw, and Omega misses both, but he has the ball back against Cortez on the low block. It's an ISO. Omega, couple of fakes. The fall away. Difficult shot mula kay Omega. Sako sees a streaking Kahukom on the other end, and he puts up and in. Joshua Kahukom.
And they need to keep pushing the ball itong CSB kasi masyadong relax itong Perpetual. Kapag sa defensive end nila, they really need to push the ball, mabigay yung pace sa side nila.
And Kahukom, 4 points in 4 minutes off the bench for Charles Yu. Here's an outside shot.
Ooh, no call.
Oh, again, look at, may isa na naman nag-leak out. That's Sako all the way. And if you're Mike Sagigit, like what you said, JV, you have to do something about it kasi talagang nagli-leak out ng nagli-leak out yung mga Benilde Blazers.
It's the guards, Ray. Walang safety man dun sa ano eh. Kapag sa nag-fast break na tong si SB Blazers eh.
At tabla na tayo at 16 all. Now it's Benilde with a run of their own. Ito yung kay Kahukom against two defenders. Followed by Naide over to Sanko.
Saka para mapigilan mo itong mga fast breaks, you need to have great shots din on your offensive end para alam ng mga teammates mo na, oh, titira na itong kakampi ko. Hindi yung biglang tumira, di wala ka pang ready to rebound or ready to defend the fast break. Eh.
Pagaran at the line. He's the second leading scorer of the Altas. He's right behind Marcus Netura. Pagaran is a really good free throw shooter. Just at close to 79%, close to 80%. Si Pagaran at the line. Just 3 misses all season long.
Wow.
Kita-kita mo naman din sa bitaw ng bata, sa
Yeah.
stroke ng bata. Naive. Now playing the point position for the Blazers. 3 on the right, 1 on the left. It's Sanko. Now the screen set up by Gozu. Another switch on that pick. Kahukom lets it fly. Bullseye!
Great, sorry buddy kay Kahukom. 7 points already in the first quarter.
10-2 run now by the Benilde Blazers. And they get the ball back. Here's Kahukom again on the other end, but that time too strong. Saves it to Corteza. Sanko back up to Naive. Benilde will set up their offense, 5 to shoot. And from way downtown for Naive, at di nagkasundo Naive and Gozum. And look at these two having words with each other, the two veterans, and they had to be separated here. We'll get back to what happened there between Naive and Gozum. At the end of the first, the Blazers up 19-8 thanks to a 10-2 run. Back to the live and exclusive coverage ng inyong NCAA Season 99 on GTV, also GMAnetwork.com, and also on GMA News TV International, GMA Pinoy TV, at sa YouTube. Marami pong salamat sa NCAA Philippines at sa Facebook page din ng NCAA Philippines. Mano y mano, Mike Sagigit versus Charles Tew. Two teams that analysts said before the season started can go all the way to the Final Four. Last year, these two teams wanting to even eclipse that. As for the Blazers, they want to go back to the finals. Here's a corner three. That time, overshoots as Mark Pagaran tried to tip it back to Perpetual.
May pick up na yung depensa nitong CSB. Ang dami nakukuha turnovers. Forced turnovers dito sa Perpetual.
Now here's Kahukom bringing the ball down across the timeline. So it was JC Colliar pala. Who was
si
yung kanina yung naghihiwalay kay Will Gozum at kay Robbie Naive.
Medyo may misunderstanding doon on the last shot by Robbie Naive. He wanted Will to screen him, pero itong defender ni Will was pushing him up. So medyo may misunderstanding lang doon. Pero pumasok agad ito si JC Colliar. Ayaw pa nga magpapigil ni Will eh, no? Bitawan mo pero hindi. Inawakan niya yung dalawa.
Yet, as we see Miggy Corteza now at the line, and he misses the first. Corteza, a 64% free throw shooter so far in 5 games played. Yun yung sinasabi ko sa iyo. Di ba yung leader, yung veterano, yung talagang won't be afraid to step in the middle. Kayang pagsabihan kahit sino ka pa. Sino yung ganun na naalala mo nga aside from Bolik ba? Or sabi mo si Baser Camer, yung talagang...
Actually, I think si Baser eh. Si Bolik kasi more... Hindi, kasi si Bolik na eh. Bolik na siya eh. Hindi siya yung star player si Bolik eh. Hindi katulad nila Robin Ive, Jesse Pulyar, di ba? Pero ang pinakamahirap na kalaban dyan, yung ego eh. Yung iba't ibang ego ng mga players. Kasi you have Will Gossum, MVP. You have a scoring machine on Miguel Ocson. Diba? And you're Robin Ive, diba? Nothing against them, pero these guys are...
Of course.
They made a name for
meanwhile,
themselves.
scoring on the other end. Now on our third deadlock at 20 all. Ningi ni Corteza sa baba. Foul away from the ball. Now let's head back courtside. Listen to Diana Igual, who has more on the Perpetual Altas. Diana?
Andre and JV, sa panayam ko sa Perpetual Altas kanina, the challenge here today is really kung paano nila tatalunan ang kanilang mga sarili. Maliwanag na maliwanag ang mensahe ng koponang ito. Their first priority is to raise their own game, striving to outdo their last performance with defeating the Benilde Blazers, only coming second on their list. Ayan muna ang balita for this side. Back to you, Andre and JV.
Maraming salamat. Diana, oh! Three down. Josh Kahukong is just on fire today. So last game, it was Mixopson. Today, it's Kahukong who's been sending bombs. 2 out of 3 from downtown, shooting 57% from the field. 10 points off the bench in 6 minutes.
Wow, solid, no? Talagang ang lalim nitong si SB Blazers eh. Tsaka unexpected na si Joshua pa talaga gagawa para sa kanila dito sa game na to.
The drive, blocked there by Omega. Tumba si Naive, balik sa Perpetual. And here's 3 mula kay Ferreras. Wala, tumatakbo ang Benilde. 3-on-1. Nice extra pass. Corteza couldn't handle the leather.
Miggy, medyo...
Charles Chu was telling Kahuko, layup mo na yun.
Oo nga eh, paribag mo na lang si Miggy, no? Kasi makukuha naman ni Miggy at magmintis ka eh. Pero on that end, medyo tentative dito si Miggy Corteza. He was looking to pass the ball pa after Joshua passed him the ball. Pero on that play, dapat inangat na niya agad eh, kasi maliit yung kalaban niya.
Carlos is back in for Kahuko, who heads back to the Benilde bench. Roque. Almost losing a handle on the ball, guarded by Will Gozum. Roque up top, giving up his dribble. The pass, almost stolen. Here's Razon from way downtown. Goes out of bounds. And now let's listen to Benilde's side. Lexi Gonzalez has more and was able to talk to Coach Charles too earlier today. Lexi?
Nakausap ko si Mick Soxon kanina at tinanong ko siya what pushed him after just reaching his career high in points with 29 points and 4 assists. Ang sabi naman niya, nasa isip ko na kailangan namin manalo. Pagdating naman sa kanyang kumpiyansa, sabi niya, hindi ako naghintay, I just let it flow. Talagang nag-flow nga ang tres in his last game, pero marami ang nagtataka kung may kinalaman ba ito sa pagkawala ng kanyang signature mask. Sagot niya, wala naman, bagong season, bagong look lang. We're hoping to see more from this Mamba mentality-inspired star player, Andre and JV.
Yeah, my apologies, Lexi. Oo nga pala. Dami nakakausap. Charles Tew nakausap din niya. And then Mix Oxon, that's correct. Yes, yung mask, di ba, pinag-uusapan nga natin. Actually, tinatanong ko din siya, mas okay ba na may mask? Pero syempre, di ba, last season kasi because he was wearing that mask because of precaution dahil sa mukha niya nga. And then as we see this drive by Will Gozum. And then on the other end, Razon out to Roque, puts it up. But going back to Miguel Oxon to Mix, he prefers to be called Mix, by the way. Sabi ko, paano pag dating mo ng pros? Anong ano mo? Kasi di ba, syempre pag sumikat ka na. Di ba, parang Giovanni Halalon. Wanted to be called Gio Halalon. So,
tama.
Pero yun nga, itong si Oxon, you know, mask or no mask, pag ganun ba naman ang bitaw mo, pag nag-init na eh. But thank you, Lexi, for that report earlier on Mix.
Actually, when you have a mask pa nga, parang
mas na-disturb ka,
pa yun
no?
eh, di ba? Parang nahihirapan ka pa eh.
Correct.
Parang the gloves are off, pero dito kay Mix Oxon, the mask is off.
Actually, sa bahay niya, tawag sa kanya, Miggy Boy. Pero may Miggy na nga daw, si Miggy Corteza. Pero yun nga, his friends call him Mig. So, yun nga, ang haba ng diskusyon. Sabi ko, ano ba gusto mong matawag? Miguel o Mix? Baka syempre, pag sumikat ka na, naging JV Mocon ka na.
Ako wala, yun eh, JV. So, ano gusto niya tawag? Mix talaga.
Mix. Good drive there. And Netura gets fouled. Ay, may yata maniwala. Gusto mo, tanongin mo eh.
Actually, mamaya, mag-halftime. Baka may
Sige.
gustong nickname eh, di ba? Kasi yung mga Pilipino, di ba?
Hindi, mix daw talaga.
Kunyari, Carl yung pangalan, nagiging Joko yung bigla, di ba? Ang layo minsan eh.
Oxon back on the floor. Gozum heads back to Charles Tew's bench. Netura now at the line for two. He is their leading scorer, and as I said, also very good free throw shooter at 88%. 14 out of 16, just missed 2. Oh no, I'm looking at Oxon's numbers. It's Netura's 46% free throw shooter. 12 out of 26 before this game. Siguro nagulat ka, no?
But they're really shooting well, lalo na last game nila sa free throw, itong Altas.
Ayun, 50% of the line si Netura. But they get the ball back here. Fresh 14 for the Altas. Netura, good move on the low block.
They really love that play, no? They're really giving it to the block. Dito sa Altas. And on that time, si Netura naman, scoring.
Sango wanted to give it to Carlos, pero nakadikit talaga si Jello Razon. Oh, that's pass stolen away, and Roque with a two-handed flash.
Sabi nga ni Coach Martin, parang iba na yung confidence itong batang to after that alley-oop play niya na talaga nag-viral. Nakita na, very athletic talaga si Art Roque.
Oxon still hasn't got any shots up. Let's it fly. And that time hits the front iron on the... And then goes back to Perpetual. Omega puts it up and in. The lead is back up to 4 para sa Perpetual Altas. Timeout by Charles Tew. Benilde wanting to talk things over. Stay tuned. Dito lamang sa GTV. to nothing run by Art Roque with that two-handed stuff. Last 2 minutes and 7 seconds. The Altas getting the lead back after a run by the Blazers as well, who went up as much as 5 starter points. Roque and the Altas outscoring the starters of the Blazers 27-11. Roque's numbers in 10 minutes, 15.6
points.
9
Wow.
from the field today.
More than a point per minute, no, Dre?
And the Blazers need an answer. But look at Netura, just really on Migs Oxon. Talagang ayaw patanggapin ng bola si Oxon, and a miss there by Carlos. Benilde shooting 42.9% from the field compared to the Altas shooting a whopping 55%.
They're just really pounding it inside itong Altas. Kaya ang taas ng percentage sila eh.
Makasigan, spots, fires. This is the 3. Balik sa Perpetual. Itong Blazers, 2 of 10, 20% from three-point range today. And look at the Altas again getting the ball back. Razon had to let it fly. It goes down, but it will not count according to our officials, as he wasn't able to let that ball go.
Pero kita mo naman yung activity itong mga big man ng si Omega, lalo na si Netura, getting that offensive rebound kahit di nila kahit nag-shot clock violation pa sila. Pero yung intensity nila, yung the way they want to get the ball on the
At sab-
offensive board, malaking bagay.
Alam mo, James, sabi mo nga yung field goal shooting, di ba, puro sa loob. 11 of 17 sila sa 2-point area. They're
More than
shooting
50.
65%. Pero from 3, 0 of 5. So alam mong sa loob na talagang dinodominate itong Perpetual Help. Dahil 0 to 5, wala pang napapasok na 3 itong Altas.
At the same time, yung turnovers din itong CSB Blazers. Live turnovers, diretso sa layup. So that's giving them a higher percentage on the paint din.
Samantala, Peter Pan Barkuma now checking in. And here's a kid whom, kumbaga, nagkaroon ng season, ang ganda nung nilalaro ni Barkuma eh. Tapos medyo nawalan na ng minutes. He's averaging just 10 minutes per game in 4 games this season.
Solid energy ganyan si Peter Pan.
Medyo nawalan ng sa rotation eh. Siyempre, dami rin nag-emerge, you know, with the emergence of Roque, Pagaran, Nitura.
Pero still, talagang dark horse itong Altas kasi kita naman natin very
Oo,
athletic players, very skilled players. Pero feeling ko kulang lang is yung experience eh. How to end the game properly para control nila lalo na sa clutch time. Sinong hanapin nila?
Razon, an 81% free throw shooter, close to 82%. That time he misses. That's just his 3rd miss this season from the line. Out of 13 attempts. Carlos getting the ball back from Marciaga. Carlos guarded by the pesky Bakuma. Oxon still hasn't gotten his rhythm yet. Difficult fall away. And Oxon, after that 29-point outburst last game, JV, today, Oxon. Wala pa. Even from the field, just 0 of 3 para kay Oxon. Razon from way downtown. A miss, Corteza. Here's the ball back for the Blazers. Here's Oxon crossing the timeline. Oxon still hasn't gotten a field goal. Pati hindi niya pa nakukuha yung rhythm niya eh.
Ganda din ang depensa nito ni Tura dito kay Mix.
Samantala, kakapasok lang ni Jesse Arciaga, the rookie, getting his first field goal. Timeout by Mike Sagigid. Under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Perpetual still ahead by 3. The Perpetual Lady Altas. Of course, Coach Sandy Rieta. And look at, it was a successful season. Last season para sa Lady Altas of Perpetual. And they're here to support the men's basketball team. Binabati na natin ang men's volleyball coach ng Perpetual Help na si Coach Sammy Akaylar. Namiti mo na ba si Coach Sammy, Jibs?
Hindi pa. Pero looking forward to meet si Coach Sammy. Siyempre part ng NCAA yan eh. Si Father Africa Eduardo nanonood din pala sa Beda.
Magandang hapon. At happy birthday kay Ruben Tarado, one of our veteran sports writers here in the Philippines, sa mga pioneer. Happy birthday sa'yo, paring Ruben, ha? Pinababati ka ni Pong Ducanes. Back to the action we go. 2:35 left to play in the first half. They go down low to Makoy Marcos. The cut by Corteza, finally. Miggy Corteza getting one up and in. That will be Corteza's first field goal this game.
Kita ba rin si Coach Charles? Napapalakpak eh, parang sa wakas.
Good ball movement. Barkuma attacks. Barkuma, the runner, using the glass, a miss. And Omega, he loves going to that spin ball down the basket. Plus the foul for big boy, Mark Omega.
Mark Omega with the post moves, footwork, fake, spin, and one play right there. Bonus free throw para dito kay Omega. And he has been eating itong,
I like that.
big man ng CSB Blazers. Offensive board, poste, di ba?
Ika nga, Brad, sa mga laro sa yung mga palaro, di ba?
Oo.
Sa labas, dyan sa mga kanto.
Enka talaga eh.
Talaga eh.
Hirap na hirap eh.
And Omega now with 8 points. 3 out of 6 from the field. Oh. Mix Oxon finally. A basket there by Mix Oxon. And Oxon, that was his first field goal made.
And that's all you need, Dre eh. Once you see the ball go in, tuloy-tuloy na yan.
Oh, good run. Goes in and out. Para dito kay Ferreras. Naive. Playing the one. Using that screen on the switch. And he has Omega. Omega ang bumabantay kay Naive. It means si Barkuma ang bumabantay.
Yeah. Oo.
Sa
Pero lumalaban, Dre.
Arsiaga, oo. Kaya napatawag nga ng foul. Tingnan mo naman yung braso, parang braso ng JV mo. Ito yung unang-unang basket. A field goal in layup. It's a layup from Mix Oxon after going 0 of 3. And remember last game, Oxon with a career-high 29 points.
Ooh.
Whoa! Basket is good. Para kay Robbie Naive.
Natulog yung perpetual defense there. Libre-libre si Robin.
It was a mental lapse. Mental lapse. Nakita ni Oxon, no?
Nakita ni Oxon agad eh. Tingin ka dito, ano? Robin.
Naive now with 3 points. That's also his first points in the game. Sanko back in. Corteza will head back to the bench. So it's Naive, Oxon, Marcos, Arsiaga, and Sanko. Lima ni Charles Stew. Para naman sa Perpetual, it's Barkuma, Roque, Netura goes to the hole, but a miss. Omega and Ferreras. Oxon. Oh! And that pass intended for either Arsiaga or Sanko.
And that has been the problem for the Blazers sa season 99 natin. Itong mga careless turnovers eh.
Turnover number 10 now for Benilde. Netura goes to Ferreras. At 3. No go. Oxon skies high for the rebound. Oxon stolen away by Netura. Up fake, uses the left one. What a shot.
Wow.
Cyrus Netura. Stolen away. Another turnover. Ferreras drives, blocked by Oxon.
No flow there on the offense. Para dito sa Benilde. Kasi diretso one-on-one. Nakita yung mismatch. As we can see here.
They mintes ni Ferreras from way outside. And then, Tapik. Makukuha. Netura, up fake. Using that left
Turnover
hand.
again, Dre, no?
Pang 11 na yan.
Yeah. Before that play, turnover again. So that's a 12.
Actually, Benilde is number 3 team in committing turnovers. At 15 a game. Perpetual number 2 in taking care of the basketball. Traveling violation there. Actually, itong 2 teams pala. Perpetual is number 2. Benilde is number 3. They're kumbaga, one of the top in the terms of taking care of the basketball. Mapua is number 1 at committing just 13 turnovers a game. The high-octane San Sebastian Stags are the last in committing close to 22 turnovers per game in season 99.
Pero interestingly, Dre, no? Kasi pag mataas turnovers mo, usually you just push the ball and then talagang quick yung pace ng tira.
Yung San Sebastian nga, gusto 7 seconds or less.
Yeah, tira ka na. That makes a lot of parang chance para mag-turnover ka. Pero dito sa Benilde,
habol nila yung
hindi
possession.
naman sila ganun di ba? They're really setting up the play. Pero taas pa rin ang turnovers nila
Yung nga yung mga careless turnovers. Tama ka doon. Naive drives. Ooh, 2 guys clobbering Naive down on the floor. And a foul will be called on Mark Omega. And Naive holding to the back of his head. Still shaken up. You know, all teammates going to making sure Nives okay.
Pero imagine, Dre, talagang ang daming pwedeng score dito sa CSB, no? Imagine sila Oxon, Corteza, Gozum, di pa masyado nararamdaman eh. Pero still, 34, 35, di lumalayo itong Perpet at the same time. Tabla na. So kita mo naman na kung gaano kalalim itong Blazers.
Leading scorer nga nila today, si Kahukum.
Kahukum pa, di ba?
Nive gets both free throws to go down. Living legend, Coach Turo Valenzuela. The legendary. Ikaw ba nagkaroon ka ng encounter with Coach Turo ever? No, I mean, encounters, di ba?
Wala naman.
Kasi usually naman yung mga magagaling, di ba? Yung mga magagaling, kumbaga, naturuan o nakausap.
Hindi pa. Ikaw pa lang nakakusap kong legend, Dre. Ikaw talaga yung pinaka-legend eh. Sensei, kumbaga.
Salamat. Bakit pinapamukha mo kung na matanda na ako, JB?
Hindi.
Oxon. Inbounds. Back to Mix for three! Yes! Para sa tres! And what a way, what a time to come for that man. His first three here in this game to end the first half. And that was really a design play
Great
to
inbound
get
play,
Oxon.
Yeah. Oo.
Malalano nga parang Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry, di ba, mag-inbound ng ball, takbo sa corner, and then three.
Yeah, tama ka.
And now, Benilde on a 14-6 run to end the first half. They find themselves ahead by 4, 39-35. Stay with us. Dito lamang sa GTV.
Once in a lifetime opportunity. Kaya, fighting na lang. Let's go. Well, excited at the same time. A bit pressured kasi it's my first time.
Hello mga kapuso, my name is Baileys Akot at nandito tayo ngayon sa De La Salle College of St. Benilde here in their sports complex in Taft, Manila para bisitahin natin ang last season's runner-up ng Benilde Blazers. Kilalanin din natin ang kanilang mga bagong players. Samahan niyo ako. Ano pwedeng i-look forward ng mga kapuso sa Benilde Blazers?
Of course, since we're already established being one of the contenders for the championship, of course, we'll try to do our best and try to winning it all the way. But of course, one game at a time pa rin for us. And di naman ibibigay ng ibang teams yun sa amin. But we'll really do our best to make it all throughout talaga.
The loss of JC and Jimpoy has been a big part sa team naman kasi they have a very big veteran presence. So, kumbaga, last season sila yung stabilizer namin. They really know what to do in certain situations. So, parang big adjustment na nangyari sa amin this off-season. And the newcomers naman, they've been really big help sa team. They've been filling a lot of holes na nagkulang kami sa last season din namin.
isa pong naging challenges sa amin yung pag-adapt namin sa bagong system namin na dumating yung sila Coach Raiko, sila yung mga galing Serbia na coach ko. Kasi meron silang gustong offense sa amin na ipagawa na medyo bago sa amin. More on ano kami, parang isolation, pagka wala nang option, si Will na yung papasahan, ganyan. Parang ngayon, naging mas umikot yung bola, ganyan. Mas nagkaroon kami ng mga play, ganyan. Parang lahat kami naging involved sa play.
My goal really is to give the players the best coaching they can get. I'm not the best coach here in the Philippines by any means. So I want to learn also as a coach, and I want my players to get great coaching to help them succeed in their lives, in their basketball career.
Lahat naman kami really wants to go back to the finals tapos makabawi. So expect us just to play hard and play for our school.
Siguro abangan nyo pa rin yung Benilde basketball, meaning share the ball, maganda yung pasahan, teamwork, and expect nyo na parang go hard talaga kami this season kasi we only have one goal in our mind and that's the championship. So we're really going for that championship.
To our Benilde community and our bigger One LaSalle family, we hope you continue to support our team. It really means a lot to us knowing that you guys have our back. We hope we can really bring honor and glory back to the school, and we hope to represent the school well, and hopefully we can win a championship this year. So thank you again for all the support always.
Mga kapuso, that's the Benilde Blazers for Season 99. Abangan po natin sila. My name is Bailey Sakot.
As we're watching the Altas Perp squad perform at the middle of the hard court here at the Philoil Ecoil Center in San Juan City, we welcome everybody once again to the live and exclusive coverage of your NCAA Season 99. Sa lahat ng mga nanonood sa GTV, maraming pong salamat. And also worldwide sa GMA Pinoy TV, GMA News TV International, and on GMANetwork.com, also on our pages, NCAA Philippines on YouTube, as well as Facebook. Andre Felix alongside JV Mocon at the half. The Benilde Blazers find themselves up by 439-35 against Perpetual Help after trailing as much as 7. Itong Benilde JV, they had a better second quarter, and also thanks to that corner 3 at the end of the second quarter, courtesy of Mixoxon.
May pick up na rin yung depensa nitong CSB Blaze in the latter part ng second quarter natin. Talagang nilalaro nila yung mga passing lanes. Lalo na, sabi ko nga sa'yo, before yung 3 points ni Miguel Oxon, di pa natin sila nararamdaman. Ayun, bigla sumagot si Miguel Oxon with that 3-point bomb on the corner.
As we take a look at some highlights, Will Gozum, that difficult fall away. That was just his second field goal today. Gozum just with 4 points. So the reigning MVP still not getting his offensive game going. However, here's a guy that got it going. And that's Mark Omeka with 8 points, 3 of 6 from the field. As well as Art Roque leading away with 15 points in 16 minutes for the Altas. Kahukom started out strong with 10, but that was all in the first quarter. Didn't get the score in the second. And we take a look at some highlights dito check that, Kahukom getting that 3, and then after that, dun na siya. That was his 10th point, and then Gozum getting his second field goal with that layup. Chelo Razon over to Art Roque with that runner, and then the steal by Roque with a two-handed slam. Nag-pull up pa.
He has been solid, no? Si Art Roque. Grabe, 6 out of 11 on the field, 15 points. Facing the way para dito sa Perpetual Help System Delta.
3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal also para kay Roque. Mark Omega also doing damage. And here's a guy who did a lot of damage last Saturday to the San Sebastian Stacks with a career-high 29 points, but that was just his first field goal made. Second, check that, Mix Oxon with 5 points. That was his first 3-pointer made.
Ano nga, Dre, halftime statistics natin. Earlier, sabi mo, field goal percentage.
Lamang na lamang ang Perpetual kanina.
Diba? Pero nabalik na nila po, make up itong defense at same time yung offense para dito sa Benilde. And Kahukom leading the way para sa Benilde, and Art Roque with 15 points and 8 points for Omega. Hindi pa natin masyado nakita dito sabi ko, si Oxon and Will Gozum for the offensive end ng CSB Blazers.
On offensive foul, it was a moving screen. Will Gozum does not agree with the call. And that's his 3rd personal foul. No choice, Charles Tube. Ilabas si Will Gozum and Mark Sanko. And Gozum is frustrated. Here's that moving screen.
Pwede rin itawag. Pero at the same time, that's very frustrating para dito kay Will Gozum. Only playing 10 minutes on the first half and now not even a minute on the third quarter, on our second half. Kailangan na siya pa-open ni Coach Charles.
But he's just that valuable para dito sa Blazers na you can't afford him to be in foul trouble. Remember, he fouled out in that previous game before last Saturday against San Sebastian. Here come the Altas on the run. Oh, pass intended for Razon hits his knee. JP Boral. And Razon not happy with that pass mula kay Boral. That resulted into a turnover. Baka sa Perpetual Altas. The Altas now with 10 turnovers. Oxon up and in, a runner. And now Oxon starting to get things going. This is now Benilde's biggest lead at 6.
Finding his gears ito si Miguel Oxon. That was a great play also. Para dito si SB Blazers. Horns play going to staggered screen para dito kay Mix Oxon. Grabe yung parang change yung speed niya, no?
And alam din
Not
niya
even, wala man lang job eh.
And you know why? Alam din niyang pag sa labas, kasi deadly nga siya na 3-point shooter. Nakadikit. So gagawin niya, konting jab, konting fake, baka pumasok sa loob. And that's what he has to do. Because tingnan mo, they're really guarding him kahit sa kabilang side pa lang eh. Nakadikit na eh.
Kahit ako rin naman, babantayan ko si Miguel Oxon after that 29-point output niya last game.
Oxon setting the screen, setting Carlos free for the runner using the glass. And that's Oxon really getting the defender.
Kaya sinabi ko start of this game, si Oxon may not be scoring, pero he's gonna spread the floor or can be a decoy, a big decoy para dito sa Blazers.
But offensive rebound and the putback is good para kay Christian Pagaran. With that putback. First field goal yun ni Pagaran. He now has 4. Oh, Oxon, what a move! The spin, the drive, and with some English. Migs Oxon driving to the basket, and now with Will Gozum at the bench, Oxon trying to keep his team still ahead here by 8. This is their biggest lead. Razon, bounce pass stolen away by Prince Carlos.
Tama ka, Dre, itong depensa talaga ng, whoever is guarding Miguel Oxon, talaga as we can see here, yung speed move niya, the way he pace himself, that acrobatic finish dito kay Mix Oxon. Pero his triple threat is on another level once he get the ball. Hindi siya nagpamadali. Hindi niya dinidribble agad. Hintay niya magkamali itong kalaban.
And Oxon on now. Carlos lets the three go. It's the front iron. Matatapik. Makukuha muli ng Benilde. Libre sa loob. Si Paul Turco misses and blows the
They have a couple of
two-pointer
blank misses.
Meanwhile, Pagaran gets fouled. They will head to the line for two. Oxon, 9 points. 5 in the second quarter. 4 here in the third. Coach Charles Dew.
Di na alam gagawin ni Coach Charles Dew. Sinasabunutan na yung sarili niya eh.
By the way, we want to greet and we miss. Well, I personally miss the presence of Miss Marivic Araneta. Get well, ma'am. And of course, Ryan, Jonathan, Ma'am Kay of Trinity, and from Trinity University of Asia in Quezon City, watching the NCAA. Mga bagong Dabarkads, bagong kabarkad.
Oo.
Kausap ko si Ma'am Marivic kagabi. Hope you're okay and enjoying the action of the NCAA. And also, since we're greeting people, let's not forget, as we see Pagaran at the line. Happy viewing to Dr. Brigadier General Tony Tamayo. Pagaran sinking that free throw. CEO and Chairman of the Board of University of Perpetual Health System Delta. Thank you, Dr. Brigadier General Tony Tamayo. Dr. Daisy Tamayo, also the CB Chair, Co-Founder, University of Perpetual Health System Delta. Dr. Anthony Tamayo, President, University of Perpetual Health System Delta. Lieutenant Colonel Richard Tamayo, also the President of Perpetual Health Medical Center. Mr. Anton Tamayo, Member, Board of Trustees of University of Perpetual Health System Delta. And Sir Tony Boy Deston. And Mr. and Miss Ella Tamayo, marami pong salamat. Oxon goes to Carlos. Carlos inside. And that's what Prince has to do. Just be very aggressive.
They have been doing damage. Dalawa sila eh. Si Carlos, si Carlos, and si Mix Oxon. Parang 1-2 punch sila on this third quarter run para the CSB Blazers.
And here's the three, but no go. Rebounded there. But Perpetual Health, Carlos now 9 points, 3 of 5 from the field. Oxon has it. Will let it fly. No, he gets his own miss, and the layup is good for Mix Oxon. 11 points, just like that. JV, he is now in double figures.
And expect more of that kasi they're gonna rely heavily on the offensive end para dito kay Oxon without Will Gosum and Miggy Corteza on the floor.
Oh, what a sorry miss. Sorry, turnover there. Miscue, rather. Another turnover here for the Altas. They're down 10, 49-39. The Benilde Blazers looking good here in the third. Stay with us. Mix Oxon in the first half. Oxon just with 5 points. He was 2 of 5 from the field and knocking down his only 3-pointer in the first half to end that second period. But now Oxon already is tearing it up, leading the Blazers with 11 points. And let's head courtside. Diana Igual has an update on the Perpetual Altas. Diana.
I don't want silly mistakes. Yan ang bunga di Coach Mike Sagigit sa kanyang mga players going into the dugout. As the Perpetual Altas wrote on a strong first half but struggled to maintain a steady play, Coach Mike wants his team to build off the good start and for his players to stick to their schemes na aniyangan niya ay ang magpapanalo sa kanila. Hindi tayo magre-relax. Ito ngayon ang sigaw ng koponan with this fight not having space for any kind of complacency. That's it for the side of Perpetual. Andre and JV, balik sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Diana.
No, Dre, according to Diana. And that's right. And has been the problem here for the Altas. Medyo nahihirapan sila on pumipick up kasi ang depensa. Dito si SB Blazers, nahihirapan sila sa pressure to execute their play. And stopping, syempre, ito si Mix Oxon on his berserk on the offensive end.
Free throws in for Benilde. Now they have their biggest lead of 12, 51-39. And just like that, even with Will Gozum at the bench, JV in foul trouble with 3. And di pa nga gumagawa si Miggy Corteza na nasa bench din.
Exactly. It has been the same story, Dre. And Miguel Oxon carrying the load. I mean, he's out now. He's on the bench, resting. And Robin Ive.
Off the way.
Scoring.
Robin Ive.
Exactly the same story last game. Miguel Oxon providing the offensive power and supporting ni Robin Ive.
Meanwhile, Roque getting fouled. He will head to the line. Ive now has 9 points. So that big 3 of Gozum, Corteza, and
Carlos then.
And Cortez and Oxon all at the bench.
Yeah.
See, Corteza, Oxon, and Gozum all at the bench here. And Coach Charles still has that luxury because he has that 12-point lead. Let's now listen to what they talked about during the break at the half. We have Lexi Gonzalez still on standby on the Blazers. Lexi.
Defense talaga ang kailangan natin i-workout. Yan agad ang paalala ni Will Gozum sa kapwa niya, Benilde Blazers. Pagpasok nila sa dugout kanina, medyo kulang pa raw sila sa defense at they can work on it pa. Pero regardless, ay lamang pa rin sila sa points coming into the halftime. That's why Coach Charles Chu wants them to do better and continue a good play this quarter with a reminder, and I quote, play them straight up. Will the Benilde Blazers go straight into the win? Yan ang tutukan natin, Andre and JV.
Thank you, Lexi. So far, so good here in the third quarter.
I honestly think, Dre, itong defense ng Benilde, I mean, it could have been better, pero they're slowly picking up. They're playing the passing lanes. They're forcing turnovers itong Benilde. Pero on the offensive side naman, you have on the third quarter run, Oxon, Naibe, Carlos providing the scoring power. And ang dami pa rin lang mga point blank misses eh. Talagang opportunity na yun to blow out itong Perpetual, pero they're not really grabbing that opportunity. Here, Prince Carlos getting hounded on his point guard duties.
Carlos down low, and Corteza finally. Miggy Corteza getting a 3-point play, getting fouled, heading to the line. Corteza, kumbaga, he has been quiet, silent 5 points para kay Miggy Corteza. But so far, perfect from the field. He shot a free throw earlier, was 1 of 2. Now make that 2 of 3. So let's see. Ito, matindi din para sa, as Oxon and Gozum talking to one another on the bench. You have Corteza who's on the floor. Deadly din yan para sa Perpetual.
Yeah.
Abis, second try, wala. Tapik, makukuha muli ng Benilde. Tumatakbo si Naive. Naive waiting for some teammates. Naive drives himself and takes it all the way for the layup. And now the Blazers are pounding it on the Altas, up by their biggest lead. 58-44, under 4 to play in the third. Tumutok lamang dito sa GTV para sa inyong NCAA Season 99. We'll be right back. Carlos, the drop pass to Miggy Cortezo, gets fouled and completed the three-point play, hitting that free throw. And then here's Naive surveying, probing, and then driving all the way. The Blazers have outscored the Altas 19-9, considering that was since Will Golson had to sit because of the 3 personal fouls.
Actually, that's a good stat, no? Dre, since Gozum got subbed out. Pero we can see here itong cutie cam natin.
Si Bobelka na-feature dun sa Hati Cam. Siya lang yung na-feature dun sa Hati Cam. Whoa, what a move though. Christian Pagaran.
Pero na-feature ba siya ulit, Ray? Kasi laging hati si Kuya Bo eh.
Nagtataka direct si JB kailan din daw mag-feature sa Hati Cam.
Kung may Opa Cam, hintayin kayo ng Opa Cam.
Oh, Roque fires the 3, miss. Underneath. Mintes ulit, but Nidura and the Perpetual Altas just not giving up on that play.
And they need to get to on the glass, lalo na sa offensive end, kasi nahihirapan sila to score it.
Corteza. Tapek. Di Pagaran.
I honestly think ito si Robin Ives a big factor para sa on winning the championship here for Coach Charles Xu. Ooh, look at that layup above the rim here. Pero talking about Robin Ives, parang binabalance out niya yung itong si SB Blazers eh. Kasi there's Minsoxon shooting the outside shots and then other players shooting outside. Siya yung parang muscle man who can drive, who can attack the basket.
Under 3 minutes left here in the third. Netura. Up. Nope. Mauulit ni Cyrus Netura. Up and in.
Second possession there para dito sa Altas on the offensive rebound. Slowly, nahabol na
It's down to 8. Corteza was blocked, denied there. Inside by Pagaran. The kick out to Naive. 8 on their shot clock. Naive getting that screen from Marciaga. Naive for 3. Yes! Para sa 3.
We were talking about Robin Naive. Ito naging support din ni Mix Oxon last game to close out San Sebastian.
Oh yeah, Naive had 16 points in 25 minutes off the bench in that win last Saturday over the Stags. Kaum home on a miss from the 3. Matake tuloy-tuloy si Netura. Get some English. The foul. Count the basket. They will head to the line. And we see on our screens Anton, Tony Boy, Neo, and Destin Tamayo. All in attendance, always enjoying basketball action here.
Well, this is what separates itong talagang how to be great from good eh. Itong talking about CSP Blazers, kung paano nila mabablow out. Kasi malaking factor yun when you blow out a team. Talagang all gears were running, everybody's working as a team. Pero these kinds of like transition defense sila, kasi off from a score and then nahihirapan sila to get a stop. Those little factors, malaking bagay on the long run.
Carlos to Naive, extra pass underneath.
Robin Naive.
You're right.
Scoring and assisting.
Naive has been the catalyst here.
Yeah.
Now leading the way with 14 points is Robbie Naive. 3 assists and 4 rebounds. Cortez on the run. Bounce pass to Naive is good. And it's been all Robbie Naive here in the third quarter.
Credit also the defense para dito sa CSB. Also a great pass there by Miggy Corteza.
The Benilde coaching staff asking for a foul. They felt Naive was pulled from behind. The drive by Netura, no go for the Altas. Carlos gets it.
Too for
Blazers.
one, Dre. They should.
Yep. And now here's Naive. He feels it. Lets it fly. Overshoots. Rebound. Goes to the Altas. Pagaran ahead to Nitura. And Razon says, wait a minute. Let's take some time off the clock. 5 seconds separating the game clock and the shot clock. Rocky binabantayan ni Okson. Rocky cannot free himself. Here's Razon. Razon, the
nice
drive, the
pass.
dish to Omega. Blocked by Turco, but a whistle blown and a foul called by our official.
Yeah, that was a clean block there. Nakita mo yung reaction niya. Alam niya bola nang tumama. Pero you can see here, Coach Charles and his coaching staff calming down the players ng CSB kasi alam niya medyo mainit na yung mga referee sa kanila.
This quarter, JV, Robbie Naive and Mix Okson combining for 17 points. Perpetual Altas as a team have scored only 17 points here in this quarter. Just dalawang tao lang.
Yeah.
Si Naive at si Okson lang talaga yung... And even Naive is just really orchestrating, dishing out, driving to the basket.
Pero kita mo naman, they started this third quarter. Kita natin from Mix, Okson, scoring, and then sunod naman si Robbie Naive to end this third quarter. Talaga yung parang nagiging parang 1-2 punch din eh. You can say. Robbie Naive.
And again, basket is good. Robbie Naive. After scoring 16 last game against the San Sebastian Stags, parang nagtampo yata na hindi siya yung best player ng last game. Pero si Okson kasi, career high yun, 29 points eh. And today, Naive making sure, well, aside from getting best player honors, he wants to get another win here for the Blazers.
Para dito sa graduating Robbie Naive.
18 points for Naive, 17 minutes. 60% from the field.
Solid.
Perfect from the line, 6 out of 6.
Sabi ko nga sa Edway, he's gonna be the biggest key factor para winning the championship para dito kay Coach Charles.
We always talk about Gozu, Corteza, Okson.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Naive is the key here, and he puts the Blazers up by 14. And Naive, Okson combining, outscoring the Altas 20-19 here in the third quarter. Fourth and final period when we return. Stay tuned. Dito lamang sa GTV. Kami po yung babalik. The Blazers looking good to get another win after dominating the San Sebastian Stags last Saturday. Currently, they have 2 wins and 3 losses. I remember in 5 games last season, they were 4-1 to start. And, you know, Coach Charles says it's also the unpredictability nitong NCAA. Other teams have stepped up their games, and they face contenders like the LPU Pirates, the Mapua Cardinals, JRU. You know, these are very good teams na nakaharap nila.
Marami din lumakas eh, di ba? Dami din lumagdag ng mga players that help them to get on the winning board.
Alam mo, JV, kung ano yung kadali kina Omega makascore sa loob, ngayon nahihirapan. Gozum is back and lets his presence be felt here.
Kita mo naman, with that 16-point lead, talagang kita mo yung kumpiyansa ni Will Gozum.
Ito na pinakamalaking kalamangan ng Benilde. And Gozum just getting his 8th point. I'll make that 6th point ni Will Gozum. 6 points pa lang ha. Actually, nagulat din ako na 3 out of 4 from the field.
Nakapasok lang din niya, Dre.
Foul trouble, 3
trouble,
personal fouls eh. Gozo. This is that jumper. Razon, another turnover for the Altas.
Pero ito na yung Dre eh. They're starting to, yung chemistry na talagang building up dito sa Blazers. Kasi nakikita nila yung mga combinations. Sometimes as a team, yun yung mahirap hanapin eh. Yung the right combination with the right players. Minsan kasi when you have a lot of scorers, yun yung mahirap din eh. Pero at the same time, minsan okay lang din eh. Pero just need to find that right combination talaga.
Corteza. Out to Oxon. 8 to shoot. Screen provided by Corteza on Oxon. Oxon, the jumper. Woo! That's pure.
Ang dali, no? Very smooth. And to see Mix Oxon.
And he will take whatever the defense gives him.
Exactly. Tama ka dyan, Trey.
He won't force his shots. He will try to maneuver, use the screens. Diba? Alam hindi binibigay yung outside shot. Okay, I have that mid-range also in my game.
I guess yung pinaka-strength ito ni Mix Oxon, aside from his dribbling skills, is his reads off the screen. As you can see, off the screen, nilagay niya sa likod yung kalaban, then pulled up with a jumper. Yung reads niya talaga is very mature na para dito sa collegiate player na to, si Mix Oxon.
Drive by Nitura. Oh. Kahuko was outside when the ball hit him. Now let's head back courtside. Diana Igual has an update on the Perpetual Altas. Diana.
Andre and JV, there is definitely a struggle to get a rhythm here on the side of the Perpetual Altas. But despite the struggle to connect, Cyrus Nitura and June Roque's consistent showing so far has been a boost for the maroon shirts. And while other several peacocks are looking to help pick up the pieces, ang tanong natin ngayon, will this be enough at mananaig ba ngayong araw ang puso at dugong Perpetual Altas? Ano sa tingin nyo, Andre and JV?
Well, there's still time, Diana, with under 8 to play in this game, but the Altas down by 18. Benilde has the possession. Gozu, wanting to go to the middle to Marcos, but stolen away by Roque. Roque has become quiet after scoring 15 points in the first half.
Dre, talagang lumamig si Art Roque.
3 points pa lamang si Roque here in the second half. He will head to the line. Roque 6 of 8 from the free throw stripe today.
We were saying earlier to Dre, no, talagang start of this game, parang ang dali yung score nitong si Omega, actually the whole Perpetual team. Pero now, hirap na hirap sila on scoring aside from executing their plays.
Look at the numbers of Roque.
A solid numbers already here.
Especially in that first half.
Pero what do you think changed here dito sa third quarter and fourth quarter run itong CSB?
I think it was also primarily their defense. They did so much better, especially in the interior. Hindi na yung mga easy na ano. Meanwhile, Oxon letting it fly, getting the bullseye from downtown. And Oxon now has 16.
Parang palitan na sila ni Robin Ive. Robin Ive on the bench now na. Ngayon naman si Mix Oxon.
2 of 5 from downtown si Oxon. It's their biggest lead at 20 points. Altas get the ball back. Under 7 to play. But the lead of the Blazers just all of a sudden ballooned. Roque, sweet looking jumper, fall away.
At this point, ito si Will Gossam, he doesn't even need to score. He just needs to make the right play. I think he's just putting pressure on himself too much. He needs to score, he needs to do this, he needs to do that. Pero at this point, with foul trouble na up by 18 points, he just needs to make the right play every time he gets the ball.
Corteza will try a corner 3. That was a miss. Altas pushing the pace. The Abyss, the one-hander is good. So, Mike Sagigit and the Altas continuing to knock on the doors.
It's a good shot there para dito sa Perpetual to stop the bleeding here.
4-0 run there in the past minute with 6 to play. It's still a 16-point lead for the Benilde Blazers. And now, take a look. Sasaya nila, oh. Bakit nga naman? 10-10. Uy,
Sinasabi ko na eh.
Sana dito din kami din, Shopee. Our Super Shopee Shakers of the game. Very lucky and happy boys who will go home. And sila din.
Ako, favorite ko yung Shopee.
This is brought to us, of course, by Shopee. And alam nyo naman, pag October 10, 10-10, daming sale, go to Shopee. And check out Shopee's 10-10 Brands Festival today. There is still time. And while you're watching the NCAA, you can do it right now. Go to Shopee.
Oh, habang timeout, no? Shopee.
Nakita ka na, nahuli nga kita kanina nung halftime eh.
Oo,
Chine-check mo yung mga 10-10 eh.
Ang daming sales eh. Grabe.
Mga iuwi mo na kay Macy's
Yung mga
eh.
inaabangan ko eh.
Meanwhile, let's head back courtside. This time, Lexi has more on the Benilde Blazers.
Yung losses itself is enough motivation. Yan ang sagot sa akin ni Robby Naive. Kanina pa, bago pa man mag-start ang game, pero now that we're in the fourth quarter at lamang pa rin ang Benilde Blazers, ay hindi papayag si Coach Charles na makahabol pa ang Perpetual. Kaya he wants his players na bantayan nila kung saan lang makakahabol ang kabila, which are rebounds and turnovers. They have come prepared and now they're ready to win the game, Andre and JB.
Thank you, Lexi. Good report on Naive, right on cue, because Naive really the catalyst, especially in the second half. Thank you for that one. Now back here. Here's Carlos. So get a foul. Driving to the basket. By the way, Perpetual, their season average from the three-point field goal, three-point line, they're last in the league at 17% today. 0 out of 11. So yung pinag-usapan na natin kanina eh. Effective sila dun sa loob. They have Omega, they have Netura, they have guys who can pound it inside, they have Abyss. But it's their outside shooting that's really setting them back itong Perpetual. Oh, but offensive foul called on Cortez.
Hindi naging adjustment itong CSP Blazers. They clog itong attacking lanes ng Perpetual at the same time. Getting that defensive rebound makes a lot of difference for them. As we can see here, itong big screen ni Miggy Cortez. Also, to add to that statistics, itong Perpetual, bench points nila is 27.3 season average. Today, this game, only 8 points. So yun nga yung report na sinasabi is gonna be enough for Netura and Roque to provide the goods here para sa Perpetual, or kailangan pa nila talaga ng tulong ng ibang players to step up.
Ferreras. Basket is good. He's at the line now. 3-point play para kay Ferreras. And Carlo misses the free throw. 14-point lead, 5 minutes. Mathematically, it's still possible. Para dito sa Perpetual. They need stops. And also, if you want to take advantage of the Blazers not having Will Gozam on the floor, but they do have that man who sets his feet, wanting Sanko to go to the basket.
That's a good read para dito kay Oxon. Hindi lang nakita ni
Hindi, pero yun nga, si Sanko kasi, dahil alam mo namang shooter.
Oo, ready to rebound eh. Oo.
Hindi nga na-expect na papasaan siya dun sa roll eh. Nag-dive siya dun sa basket, pero for the rebound kasi akala niya titirin.
Binax-out na niya yung tao niya.
Netura attacking Sanko, using the body. Netura in and out. Netura still underneath. Wala pa rin para kay Pagaran and the Altas. Again, it's that shaded lane. Mas naging clog na rin dito para sa Perpetual.
A technical foul call.
Nag-adjust din talaga yung depensa ni Charles Teo at ng Benilde.
Oh naman. For sure, they're looking at the statistics then like us.
Alam nilang last place in 3-point shooting ang Perpetual.
Lalo na this game eh, di ba?
Sa loob talaga tayo. Ano yan? Technical foul called on Cyrus Nitura, call for an unsportsmanlike behavior. Third foul kay Nitura. Carlos at the line to take the technical free throw. Who misses that free throw. But possession will stay with the Blazers.
Well, we were talking about itong point guard position na wala si JC from the CSB Blazers. Pero I feel like today's game, na-feel nila yung nawawalang spot na yun with collectively with Prince Carlos and Robin Ive. Diba? Kasi it's not always gonna be one person who's gonna fill the spot na nawala with JC. It can always be a collective effort. As you see here, solid din ang performance ni Prince Carlos.
You know, we've been talking about Omega, Nitura, guys who can do damage para dito sa Pagaran. A good pass inside to Sanko. Pero yung mga pwedeng tumira mula sa labas para sa Perpetual like Razon. Meanwhile, drive! Count na now. And then basket plus the foul. Razon, just 1 point today, 0 of 5. Herrera's 1 of 6, just 2 points. Pero this is what Nitura is doing. Just really aggressive attacking. And he's just really deadly on the break because he can, you know, pwede siya mag-right, pwede siya mag-left. And he knows how to use his body and his speed. And Nitura is trying to keep the Altas alive here in this game with 4 and 10 remaining. Nitura 13 points, 5 boards, 6 assists. But missing the free throw.
Tama ka, Dre, no? They just need to work, paganahin, shooters ng Perpetual. Lalo si Jello Razon. We can know Jello, what Jello can do.
Naive attacks.
They need to make quick attacks here with 4 minutes left on the game clock.
Nitura, they give it down low to Abis, but a push and an offensive foul. Abis. Fourth personal foul called on Abis. Ito, huli si Abis eh. Kasi naka-front yung bantay niya eh. Oh. I remember JV Mocon also doing things like that.
Yung offensive foul eh. Pero as a player din, I mean, lately ko lang din na-realize when the referees are calling this way, they're gonna be calling it consistently talaga eh. So you have to play the game inside the game. Na-realize ko lang during in my latter years
Oxon
sa NCAA.
Step back three. Miss. Sorry to disrupt you there, JV. I thought that was going in. And, oh, Nitura, good drive. Kick out. Ferreras for 3. Tapik! Last touch by one official saying it's Benilde small, the other saying it's Perpetual small. And possession will stay with the Altas. It was last touch by a Blazer, apparently.
As you can see here, bench points, 40 points. 40 bench points here para sa CSB and only 10 para sa Perpetual.
James, you're doing well, doing so great now in your career. Being an NCAA product, of course, played for the Red Lions, won championships. What is one thing, yung tibong nadala mo sa pros? Yung tibong nakuha mo, natutunan mo sa NCAA, nadala mo. As we take a look at Omega.
Alam mo, that's a great question, Ray. Alam mo yung pagiging warrior talaga eh. Playing inside the NCAA, you need to be a warrior. Di pwede yung malambot yung, not even physicality, yung puso mo eh, yung pusong mamon. Di pwede dito yan eh.
Kailangan buo yung loob mo.
Oo, pare. Lalo na when this kinds of game na ang laki ng lamang, anong gagawin mo, you just have to keep pushing forward hanggang makuha nyo yung rhythm nyo. And eventually, you get the winning.
Great answer. You know, you said it was a great question. I think that was a very good answer because we see it also in other NCAA products like Bo Belga, Reynam Batak, Robert Bolick, CJ Perez, the list goes on. The Gio Halalons. Meanwhile, umatake libre. A mislaps there. Collapse on defense, miscue between Roque and Nitura. Na libre si Kahukong, and you cannot afford that if you're Perpetual because naghahabol kayo down by 12 and less than 3 minutes left in this game. Barkuma, big 3. And bullseye!
There we go. First 3 points.
Just a 2. I think that's just a 2. He was stepping on the line.
Oh, okay. Still a good shot there Barkuma.
But still a 10-point lead. Double-digit lead,
See the
Barkuma.
pressure here
Di mo
by-
nakakulit to si,
Oo.
si Peter
Inasawa.
Pan. Tumba
No call.
Tumba si Barkuma sa screen. Kahukom! The miss. Put back. Corteza won't give up. Wala pa rin. Baka sa Benilde. And a foul given up by Miggy Corteza.
A lot of time, Dre. 10
Oh,
points,
but
2
a
minutes.
technical foul. Masakit to, JV. Tingnan natin, ha? Ayun. Sportsmanlike behavior. Technical foul called on Christian Pagaran. So, free throw.
Yeah, sayang.
Robin Ivey will take it. Technical. Sayang kasi yung momentum
Sayang.
medyo nakuha ng Perpetual. Tingnan natin, ha? JV, what happened here? So, Corteza missing. Good defense by Omega, just keeping his hands up. And then a push by Pagaran. And there he gets mad. Ayun.
Okay. Yeah.
Frustrated siya dun sa referee.
Pwede naman magreklamo pero syempre there's still limitations on what you can say. Pero sayang, I think this is the second time that they got a technical foul itong Perpetual.
And our two officials going to the table. Anthony Sulit is our crew chief. Glenn Cornelio, both international referees. And now, referee Sulit explaining to Coach Mike Sagigit. So yun na nga. There will be a technical free throw to be taken by Robin Ivey, who's been superb today. And he gets that free throw to go.
100% if I'm not wrong.
You are not. He is
Solid,
perfect. 7 of
solid.
7 from the free throws type is Robby Naive today.
I think what Coach Mike Sagig is telling the referees is, I think you can be more lenient for them kasi they're down by 10 points, by 11 points right now. Can be more lenient with the players with the way they, yung frustrations nila. They're down really big. Pero etong mga referees natin, they're very strict.
Pagaran getting
What you
both
can
free
do.
throws. So yung 2 free throws dahil na-foul si Pagaran ni Corteza. But din nga, nag-technical free throws si Naive. So back here now to Benilde after those 2 free throws made by Pagaran. Last 2 minutes, it is winning time. It is crunch time. Perpetual just down by single digits, 9. Umabot yan sa 20, pinakamalaking kalamangan ng Benilde. Oxo, deadly. No, there is still time. Mike Sagigit telling the Altas to push the tempo. Barkuma lets it fly. Rebounded by Gozum. Stripped there by Niturab. The possession back to Benilde. 1:36 to go.
Pero kita mo dito, Dre, si Kahukom. Binibigyan ng pagkakataon ni Coach Charles to finish this game.
Sanko back in. Corteza being taken out. Good steal by Barkuma. But he was stepping out of bounds.
Robin Naive is down on the floor.
Naive. He is shaken up, not getting up. Naive holding on to his sternum.
Yeah. Nagkatamaan siya ni Peter.
Looks like he got the wind knocked out of him. Itong si Robby Naive still on the floor, now being attended to by the medical staff.
A minute and 30 seconds left here in the game. 9-point lead only.
Yeah, and
Blazers,
remember, umabot yan sa 20. There was a time that the lead went up to 20. That was the biggest lead.
Ito yung missing factor talaga na si Will Gozum eh. And Miguel Cortez not really scoring that much for them. Kaya medyo mahabol pa itong Perpetual.
Actually, it's a 14-3 run dito ng Perpetual kasi Kanina lamang sila ng 75-55, 20-point lead. So 13-3 run by the Altas here in the fourth quarter. 14-3.
Yun yung problem talaga kapag malaki yung lamang mo, talagang nagre-relax ka eh. They're taking shots na, alam mo, one-on-one, not really executing the plays na gusto ni Coach Charles.
Warning on Benilde Blazers, number 7, Robin Ivan, for faking a foul.
Ooh, faking a
Robin
foul.
Ivan was called for
Faking a foul,
faking
okay.
a foul, flap ang
yeah.
in other words. So tinawagan siya ng faking a foul. Warning. But it's just a warning, so not just a technical, hindi pa technical. Kahukom gets taken out by Carlos. So ang 5 para kay Charles yun, Benilde. Gozum, Naive, Carlos, Oxon, and Sanko. Lamang sila ng siyam dito, but kailangan nilang maging maingat. A minute and 26 to go. Naive has the basketball. The kick out. Gozum. Big three. But a miss. The tap. Oh! And a collision in midair between Mark Sanko and Cyrus Netura. Also another Alta down on the floor, not getting up. Mark Omega. We'll take a look from a different angle kung nangyari kay Omega. Kasi nagbanggaan si Sanko at si Netura. Pero kita ko tumumba din si Omega dito. Hindi ko alam sino bumangga naman sa kanya.
Baka si Will. Pero this is a perfect situation. Dito sa Perpetual.
And
stopping
important
the
free
time.
throws. Important free throws,
yeah.
yes. Netura, just a 46% free throw shooter this season. Eto, tingnan natin. Omega was running. Siya lang. And Netura getting both free throws. Before those 2 free throws, JV, 1 of 6 from the line si Netura.
Wow.
1 of 6.
Yeah.
Ngayon, 3 of 8. And 2 crucial free throws na ibaba niya pa sa 7. A minute and 18 remaining. Lamang ang Benilde. Sanko, hinaharas. Hinagis kay Naive. Now Carlos has it.
Good press break there.
And look at Carlos being hounded by Orgo. Carlos using a body. And good use of his body with that floater. That might do it. But Netura still not giving up, attacking. The miss, Gozum gets it. And the Blazers will escape and prevail after a scare. Almost here by Perpetual help. Naive has it. 40 seconds remaining. Oxon. Fall away. Woo. Gets fouled. Look how smart this kid is. But alam niya pag may bump, he knows how to use his body. And we also know that he has that in his arsenal.
Pero kita mo, Dre, nag-half spin siya onti eh. And then yung dun nag-post onti yung depensa at the same time. Tuloy-tuloy kasi yung momentum depensa going to the baseline when he half spin and then make that fade away shot. Talagang hindi nakapigil itong depensa. Matamaan siya with a foul shot there. Very smart player.
And Oxon, well, not a career high compared to last Saturday, but still, he picked it up, especially in the second half. After scoring just 5 points in the first 2 quarters, he makes Oxon. Now has a total of 16. Can even up it to 17, but it has been Robin Naive off the bench with 20 points in 23 minutes. And Oxon does now have 17 points. Make that 18. Para kay Mix Oxon. An 11-point lead here for the Blazers with 29 seconds remaining. we'll take a look at the updated standings also later on. Just want to update kung kakapanood nyo lamang or hindi nyo naabutan kanina, Jerry San Sebastian. San Sebastian fresh off that loss to Benilde yung Sabado. Jerry naman ang natalo kanina, 72-59. The Heavy Bombers go down to 4-2. The Stags go up to 2-3. And it was Paeng Are, who's best player with 9 points. Oh, and a 3 knockdown there by Roque.
Their first one on this game.
Pero 8 points pa rin ang hinahabol. And you're right there, Jamie. That was the first 3 made by the Altas all game long.
Hindi talaga kailangan ng tutukan itong 3-point shooting nila, itong Perpetual.
Before that 3-pointer ni Roque yan, 0 out of 14.
14, the whole game.
Ngayon, 1 out of 15 na.
I mean, better than 0, di ba?
O, 6.7%.
Better than 0%.
But, you know, if you're Coach Mike Sagigin and the Altas, you really have to work on that three. Because you have weapons like Roque, like Netura, like Razon, Omega. They can get to the basket. They can score pagaran even. And they can also play defense, especially inside. And even, di ba, nalimit nga nila sila Cortez, sila Gozum, di ba, sila Oxon. But the thing is, you have to hit the 3.
Yes. Lalo na in this game. Today's game, actually.
Correct. Coach Mike Sagigit not giving up. 21.9 remaining, but they're down by 9. Just a recap, the Altas, last place in 3s made this season. They shot 1 of 15, and we just saw their first 3-pointer made moments ago. Kanina, JRU was 4 out of 39 downtown. And si Argente daw was 1 of 16. Ikaw ba ginawa mo yun ever, JB?
Oh, parang mga pinakamarami kong tiro 3 points sana. 4,
But
5
that's
attempts
JRU's game. Number 4 sila in both field goal percentage and perimeter points. Itong JRU. Number 4 sila sa 3-point shooting. Ang Perpetual dead last at 16%.
Kita naman natin dito sa game na to. It shows that very, eye-popping number talaga when you go for 0 out of 14. And kasi I think they have the tools, they can attack, they can post up, may mga pesky defenders sila, pero that one big factor, that 3-point shot, yung naging missing piece nila. And that's gonna be a problem for them this season. Kasi these coaches, these teams, they're scouting you, they know what to do. They can just sag down, let you shoot the 3-point shot the whole game.
JV, as we wait here, 19 seconds remaining. Lamang ng 6. Nakadikit pang Perpetual, but they had to commit a quick foul. That was Razon. Second pa lang yan ni Jello. But they're ready in the penalty. That will send Prince Carlos to the free throw line. JV, anong nakita mo from both teams? Let's start with the Blazers, who were last season's runners-up. As Carlos hits that free throw, perfect so far this season si Carlos. He hasn't missed a free throw this season. 9 of 9. Go.
Kasi mataas expectation natin dito sa
Benilde.
Yeah, sa Benilde. Pero when itong slow start nila, actually a bad start for them with itong mga players na expected natin to produce, not really produce. Oh, second.
Another 3.
Shot.
Pagaran. And now just a 5-point game. Carlos to Oxon. 7 seconds. No one's fouling, and they do. They fouled Oxon.
What a time to hit their 2 3-point shots.
Good try
Yeah.
by Barkuma to draw that defense, attract all 4 white shirts, the kick out to Christian Pagaran, and that was just a second 3. Remember, itong 2-3 ng Perpetual came
Oh, a
here in
miss.
the 4th quarter. They were 0 out of 14.
14.
Bago na ipasok yung 2-3, isa mula kay Roque at isa mula kay Pagaran. Tapos mintes naman dito, itong si Oxon, who was perfect before that. And he splits his free throws, but still a 2-possession game, 6 points. Tres na naman, Pagaran another 3. Nope, and that will do it. Nabigyan ng konting buhay ang Perpetual. Kinabahan si Coach Charles Liu.
Charles. Nakita naman natin. But actually, it was a good game. Pero yun nga, sabi nga natin, missing factor talaga yung 3-pointers nitong Perpetual. Pero still credit to Roque, Ventura, Omega, providing the scoring power. Even though they lost this game, still silver lining pa rin sa kanila for this game. And something to look at, itong 3-point shot sila. Pero Miguel Locson, Robbie Naive, carrying the scoring load and really leading the team to another win.
So the Blazers, back-to-back wins for Coach Charles Liu. And Benilde, they go up now to 3-3. Let's listen to the school hymn of College of St. Benilde.
Shield of green and white, we'll fight to keep your glory bright, and never shall we fail. Hail to thee, our alma mater. Hail, hail,
And our best player is, of course, Robbie Naive, one of 6 graduating seniors nitong Benilde Blazers. And big time mula kay Robbie Naive, 20 points. Perfect from the line, 7 of 7, 5 boards, 4 assists, and a steal. He was +8 today. He scored 16 last Saturday, scoring 20, and he will, especially in that second half, JV. Now let's take a look at the updated team standings. As I said earlier, that's what Benilde wants, to stay in the contention of making it back to the Final Four, go up in the standings, at naabantehan na nila ang EAC Generals. They're now 3-3. Perpetual goes down to 1-4. Grabe, maaga pa, double round
Maaga
robin.
pa, oo.
But as you take a look at the standings, what are your thoughts, JV?
So, dikit-dikit na. Sabi nga natin, ang daming unexpected na nangyari nga na sa NCAA Season 99, LPU leading the way. Pero this Benilde Blazers win is gonna be a great boost for them para dumikit pa dun sa final, sa number 1 to 4 spot. And then yun naman gusto talaga natin as a team sa NCAA, as a player, mas take ka dun or go higher, matalo mo yung LPU.
Let's take a look at the schedule coming up. Tuloy-tuloy ang bakbakan sa inyong NCAA Season 99. The action does not stop tomorrow. We're back here at the Philoil Eco-Oil Center in San Juan City, October 11th, Wednesday, starting with the undefeated and still no loss na LPU Pirates 6-0 against the EAC Generals. That will be a good matchup as EAC wants to stay in step and get win number 3 as well para maangatan naman nila ang Benilde. And then sa susunod na laban, it will be the Letran Knights, still winless in 5 games against the Mapua Cardinals in Battle of Intramuros. Papa James, great working with you as always.
Great working with you, Andre.
Happy Tuesday and have a great week ahead for former San Bernardino Lion, JV Mocon, Lexi Gonzalez, Diana Igual, our director Elman Salvajan, our game producer R.R. Romano, and our floor director Romel Narciso, and everybody from the GTV Synergy GMA team. Marami pong salamat. I'm Andre Felix. Thank you for tuning in to your NCAA Season 99. Stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow live on GTV. Stay safe and happy Tuesday.